Good morning, Gear Facts viewers. Today we have the Korg Triton Le76, the mid-sized version of the Korg Triton LE series, and it's absolutely brilliant. In 2020, I still think that this is one of the best synths you can get for under $500. So we're going to have a listen to some sounds, we're going to look at some features, and towards the end of this video, we're going to look at how to load new sounds from the net into the Le76. Part of what makes the Triton so enduring is the simple elegance of its design. Even 20 years after its inception, it still has indisputably excellent sounds, all running at 48 kHz, all stackable into programs and combinations, with all the dynamic control you're likely to need. The navigation system is sensible and familiar. There's heaps of room for creating and storing patches, and also a general MIDI section to make interfacing with other gear through MIDI a little bit easier. The sequencing section is a little bit clunky, but it's good to know that it's there because its very presence makes a good sketch pad for songs and also adds to the general versatility of the Triton LE. And then there's this, the classic Korg designed left, right, up, down, pitch bend and modulation controller. You can even change what it does on the fly by pressing those buttons. And I know this is only a little thing, but it's so good to have a headphone socket on the front. It saves so much reaching around the machine. This being the Le76, we have a glorious 76 keys. It's not all tea and biscuits with the Korg Triton LE series though. We run on smart media cards, which is probably not ideal for some people. And apart from getting a USB to MIDI adapter, this is the only way that the Triton is going to talk to your computer. Also the power adapter. If we switch off now, you'll see that it is an unnecessarily complicated socket. If this breaks, it's very hard and quite expensive to replace. It does, however, have left and right output plus two individual outputs, a switch socket and an expression pedal socket, so more dynamic control available there, as well as the damper socket just over here. Here are our MIDI sockets in, out and through, and this last section, blocked off here, is an expansion slot that's ready to take an EXP SMPL sampling kit. This is an awesome upgrade, and I've made a separate video about that which I will include at the end of this video. And as you have probably already gathered, it turns the Triton into a sampler. So when you factor that in, as well as the Triton's ability to take upgrade chips that contain even more sounds, the versatility is enormous. The sound chips I'm talking about look a little bit like this, very easy to install, but there are also plenty of sounds that you can load from the net, such as on Korg forums. If you go to the Triton LE page, there's an interesting one here. Well, there are many interesting ones, but the one that interests me and that I'm going to copy onto our smart media card is this one right here. The PA80, which is a much newer model. If you read the description here, somebody has converted 322 programs from that keyboard to work on the Triton LE. When the files download from Korg forums, they'll be zipped up like these ones, and once they're decompressed, they are PCG files. Each PCG file contains heaps of programs, so I'll copy all three of those onto the card. And because it's a smart media card, you will of course need a smart media card reader. Everything starts up as normal and we go to media, and you'll see that we've got our 3 files there. Strangely, you can't navigate through them by turning the dial. You need to go a little bit further over and use the arrow keys. Before shooting this video, I had a little bit of a listen to the first file and the patches were pretty conservative there, so I'll go to the 3rd file this time and find something a little more elaborate so we can see how well the Triton LE plays these newer sounds. Anyway, they're directories, so we have to open, and then you'll find inside there's another directory called Programs. I'm not sure why they layer it that way, but they do. Now Bank E comes up. Bank E just means it's on the card media. You'll see here that on board the Triton has A, B, C, D program banks, and that's why the card memory is referred to as the E bank, because it's something separate. So we're going to open Bank E, and all our sounds come up in a nice neat list. Unfortunately, you can't just select all and load them all into the Triton. All you can do is just go through the list until you find something that looks interesting or familiar, and then you can copy it across into any of those A, B, C or D locations. Okay, Moon Cycles has an interesting name, so let's try that. You go to Utility, Load Selected, and it'll ask us for a location. Like I said, it can be A, B, C or D, but for the sake of keeping it simple, let's just copy it to A and choose the patch number 000. Done. So switching back to programs, you'll see that Moon Cycles is now in the A000 location. So that's how you do it. To summarize, get your PCG files from the Korg Forums website or any other website that makes them available, copy them to the card, choose the media function, open the directory using the select keys at the bottom, keep exploring that directory until you find your individual sound files, press Utility to open the selected sound file and give it a location. And now let's hear it. This is our PA80 sound, Moon Cycles. So now we've had a look at the Triton LE's general features and admired the grandeur of the 76 key version, and perhaps best of all, we've seen how future-proof it is and how capable it is when it comes to uploading the newer sounds. Personally, my keyboard playing skills don't demand anything larger than the LE61, the smallest in the Triton LE series. But if you are a little bit more advanced and you still need portability for the stage, I think the 76 key version is a great way to go. Of course, if you want to go all the way, there is the Triton Le78, the fully weighted keyboard version. This is our stay-at-home keyboard, and it comes with the sampling upgrade as standard. And the effect system is incredible. Let's just run this EP sound through some effects. So now the entire Triton LE series has been reviewed on GearFacts, along with hundreds of other keyboards. So please share GearFacts with anybody that you think might be interested. Please like, comment or subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.